e4, e6, d4, d5. The French defense. One of the most solid openings for black, played at the highest level by numerous grandmasters. White has three main options which we will look at. Pawn to e5, the advanced variation. Here we strike the center immediately with c5, attacking the base of white's pawn chain. White defends their d-pawn with c3. If white defends any other way, we take their pawn and white is left with a lone overextended pawn which we can try to win later. Back to the main line with c3. Don't take their pawn, pressure it. Knight to c6. White defends with knight to f3. We apply more pressure. Queen b6. White has a trick here. By playing bishop d3, it seems that white has just blundered a pawn. It is however not that easy, because at the end of the line white has a discovered check winning our queen. Black takes. White takes. Black takes. White takes. Black takes, and we are up a pawn. But not for long. Bishop e5 check is a discovered attack on our queen. Black is completely lost as white will be up a queen. To avoid this, only trade the pawns and go bishop d7. We are threatening to win a pawn since the discovered check is now covered, and white has to spend a move responding. Let's say white instead plays bishop e2, getting ready to castle. We trade on d4 and play knight to e7, trying to put our knight on f5 where it will attack the d4 pawn one more time. White castles. Knight to f5, and we have a lot of pressure on white center. Make sure to trade on d4 before playing knight to e7. Otherwise, you might end up in a position like this because the knight is blocking our dark squared bishop. This leads to another important point. If they ever take your pawn, recapture with the bishop. You develop a piece for free and weaken white center. The second option is the exchange variation. White trades immediately and we take back. This position is pretty harmless, so just play chess. Develop your pieces naturally. And castle. The player who develops faster usually gets the initiative. Keep pieces on the board and look for active play. The final main option is the classical variation. Knight to c3 or knight to d2. White supports the center. We respond to both with knight to f6, attacking the e4 pawn. If white ever pushes their pawn to e5, we play knight f to d7. This transposes to the advanced variation, but with our kingside knight on d7. So we already know how to handle this. A new move is bishop to g5, pinning our knight and threatening to win it with pawn to e5. Here we have two choices, taking on e4 or unpinning our knight with bishop to e7. To reduce our need for memorization, we just play bishop e7. If white pushes, we end up in the exchange variation again, and we already know our plan here. There are some more ideas in the French, but this is enough to get you started playing it. Thanks for watching and enjoy the French. Peace.